future of the company is fundamentally based on large-scale autonomous cars and large-scale, in large volume, vast numbers of autonomous humanoid robots. The team and I are laser focused on bringing robotaxi to Austin in June. Once we can make it based to work in a few cities in America, we can make it work anywhere in America. Once we can make it work in a few cities in China, we can work anywhere in China, likewise in Europe, limited only by regulatory approvals. There will be millions of Teslas operating autonomously, fully autonomously, in the second half of next year.
Aj keď dnes tam majú už takmer plnú autonómiu, hejteri si môžu strčiť hlavu do mikrovlnky.
I mean, I don't see anyone being able to compete with Tesla at present. Tesla will have, I don't know, 99% market share or something ridiculous. If we have millions of cars deployed next year, and unless others have millions of cars deployed.
Možno by to aj bolo hodné výsmechu, keby to už nespravil s inou firmou.
You know, this year, if things go according to plan, SpaceX will do probably 90% of all Earth mass to orbit. And then China will do about 6%, and the rest of the world will do about 4%, which is pretty wild.
Flex?
And then once Starship is flying, we'll be doing over 99% of all Earth mass to orbit.
Flex? 99% trhu planéty. Jedna firma.
I'm on the next level, yeah.
And I'm confident also that later this year, the first Model Y will drive itself all the way to the customer. Literally goes from the end of line and drives itself to your house.
Riaditeľ galaxie.
Which you kind of have to do in order to build a city on Mars. And I should say, we'll also build a lunar base as well. So it might as well, along the way.
A cestou postavíme základňu na mesiaci. Lebo prečo nie?
Wow. This is epic.
This is the advantage of having a generalized solution using artificial intelligence, an AI chip that Tesla designed specifically for this purpose, as opposed to very expensive sensors and high precision maps of a particular neighborhood where that neighborhood may change or often changes, and then the cost stops working. So we have a general solution instead of a specific solution.
LiDAR is a fool's errand. And anyone relying on LiDAR is doomed. Doomed. Expensive sensors that are unnecessary. It's like having a whole bunch of expensive appendices. Like one appendix is bad, well, now they want to put a whole bunch of them. I don't actually super hate LiDAR as much as it may sound. SpaceX Dragon uses LiDAR to navigate to the space station and dock. Not only that, SpaceX developed its own LiDAR from scratch to do that, and I spearheaded that effort personally. Because in that scenario, LiDAR makes sense. And in cars, it's friggin' stupid. It's expensive and unnecessary. Once you solve vision, it's worthless.
A tento fakt nezmení žiadne video youtubera, ktorého platí LiDAR, aj keď v ňom nepoužil FSD, ale autopilota, ktorý sa sekundy pred nárazom vypol. Alebo videotypka, ktorý sa sťažuje, že nevie používať kľúčku, s ktorou 3 mesiace dozadu nemal žiadny problém. A bohužiaľ ani články Forbes, ktorý je z 80% platený luminárom, ktorý vyrába LiDAR do aut. Váženého diváka vyzývam rozmýšľať, kto koho platí, než uverí tomu, čo vidí. No, na druhej strane, keby to Elon pred 6 rokmi povedal o tvojej firme, ktorá vyrába lidar, tiež by si sa veľmi netešil.
Time to say goodbye.
It's really just the first principles approach to manufacturing. Like a car every 5 seconds may sound like it's coming out like bullets, but actually it's coming out at walking speed.
It's like a meter a second.
A meter a second. We're still far away from caring about the aerodynamic drag of the manufacturing line. You know, because you're still at 3 miles an hour type of thing. But that's still by far the fastest line on Earth. We think we're the fastest at 33 seconds in our Shanghai factory, but this would be 6 times faster or 7 times faster thereabouts. So when you fully optimize the design and operation of the next generation factory that we're building right now, a 5-second cycle time or less is the design is capable of it.
GM, VW, BMW, Daimler, Toyota, Honda, Kia, Ford, and anybody else that's out there, everybody's got to get a gold star on their forehead. It doesn't work that way. There's a possibility that they'll be able to survive. It isn't going to happen.
Yeah. In fact, there's no more vertically integrated car company than Tesla.
Pointa kanálu je provokácia rozmýšľať nad akciami Tesly. Akcie Tesly! Akcie Tesly!
We've already taken tremendous steps to localize our supply chain. We're more localized than any other manufacturer. And we have a lot of things underway that to increase the localization to reduce supply chain risk associated with geopolitical uncertainty.
Yep. Vedenie prezieravo čakalo, ako dopadnú voľby a zastavilo plány vybudovať továreň v Mexiku. Celkom trefný ťah.
Musk came in, bought up Riviera Tool and Die, and this was before Donald Trump became president. So he came in, bought up Riviera Tool and Die because he wanted to start producing his stamping tools in the United States and instead of Asia, because he was realizing there was a lot of problems that they were encountering with these foreign-made tools, and it's hard to solve a problem when you have a language barrier. So he bought up Riviera Tool and Die in Grand Rapids, and when he bought that up, he took a company that was on the verge of bankruptcy, that couldn't hire anybody, turned it into something awesome. I mean, the number of people that Tesla Grand Rapids now hires to build stamping tools right here in Grand Rapids, and then not just that, he farms out the work that Tesla Grand Rapids can't handle to Auto Die, to Artiflex, to Greenville Tool and Die, to Walker Tool and Die, to basically every die shop here in this region is making stuff for Tesla. I don't know the number, but it's in the thousands upon thousands of jobs he has created just in West Michigan because he wanted to make his parts in America. How can you hate that?
A koľko informácií o celých sieťach šachových pozícií mizne v tichu hmly?
The reality is that in the future, most people are not going to buy cars.
That's big news.
I mean, you can remember the days of the flip phones when there was, 100 different flip phone designs, and I would, the mistake that manufacturers made was to try to make many different variants of a flip phone, which was a mistake. They should have made the iPhone. Because obviously everyone's going to want a smartphone. But in the beginning of when the iPhone came out, I was like, wow, I can't believe these guys are not reacting as though this is death. But they didn't. They kept making variants of flip phones. I said this many years ago. In the future, in the not too distant future, buying a gasoline car that is not autonomous will be like riding a horse while using a flip phone.
No a teraz skús vymeniť slovo vyklapací telefón a iPhone za spaľovák a robotaxi.
Well, we do expect to make thousands of Optimus robots, but most of that production is going to be at the end of the year. With respect to humanoid robots, I don't think there's any company in any country that can match Tesla. Tesla and SpaceX are number one. Ranks 2 through 10 will be Chinese companies. But I'm confident that rank 1 will be Tesla.
Why?